Hello, my friends. I'm Chris Biffle, Coach B. It is January 13th, a Monday, 2014, and we're broadcasting live again. We're delighted to welcome you to the first of a series of critical thinking webcasts. Let's look at our screen. Here we are. Let me adjust the screen a little bit for you. This is webcast 570, and as a special bonus, if you watch the webcast, we're going to give you 300 free critical thinking slides. 300 free ones. Instant download from Scribed. Let me move this thing over a little bit here. Hang with me. Going over. And that way I can move this over here a little bit too. All right. So, here's Biffy Bluebird. Buy the book, don't eat or sleep until you buy it. And if you've bought it, tell everybody how great it is. We're delighted to have Kate Bowski on board. WholeBrainTeaching.com. We got over 100,000 members, 4 million views on YouTube, and we just keep getting bigger and bigger. Facebook. Well, if we keep growing at the rate we were this summer, we will be larger than the total population of the planet Earth. We're going to have to recruit some Martians. We've got over 60,000 likes now. How is Beyonce doing? I don't know. I feel bad for her. If you want professional development certificate, we'll give you information at the end of the program. But again, my friends, you are going to get, and Nancy, I want you to get this ready. You're going to get 300 free whole brain teaching slides. You're going to get a free copy of this whole stinking program tonight. You're not going to mail in any money, nothing. I'm just giving it away. Welcome to the new year. Einstein Triangles. What are they? Well, a large measure of Einstein's genius was that he saw connections between aspects of the universe, time, space, mass, the speed of light that other scientists had missed. So, in his spirit, Einstein Triangles are going to help our kids see connections that they've never seen before. Here's the deal. They are our finest analytical, synthetical, critical thinking, course summarizing game. Let's just stop for a second and take off the glasses. You know it's a special time when Coach takes off his glasses. Now, a famous scientist who I met, his name is Stephen Hawking, did fundamental research on black holes. And he spent his life, and he's still alive, trying to figure out the connection between subatomic particles and galaxies and constellations. We have a math that describes to a certain extent the real small, and a math that describes to a certain extent the real big. We don't have anything that describes how they link together. It's called the theory of everything. How does it all link together? We don't have that. Well, tonight is my response to the theory of everything. The thing that links everything together. I'm putting on my glasses and trying to calm down. Okay, I'm calm. The educational equivalent of the theory of everything would be a teaching technique that not only works for every subject, but also every grade. A teaching technique that had breadth, all subjects, cross-curriculum, and depth, all grades. That's what Einstein Triangles are doing. Theory of everything, one big lesson, all about it. Let's hear how excited you are by a theory of everything, one big lesson, all about everything. I'm going to take a drink. I need to calm down. I haven't slept for a week. Yeah. That's what we're trying for. Apple Pilot, you're on board. Blizzard, yeah. That's what we're trying for, and I think we're close. Let's just jump into it and see what you think. All right, here we are. So now this is the download that you're going to get, so don't worry about taking notes. The perfect critical thinking activity would be used at any grade level, any subject, any ability, would develop students' speaking, writing, and thinking skills, would be analytical and synthetical, would require no material purchases, and would be stinking fun. And I know the one that's your favorite there. It's free. So big, amazing, free, fun. It's got to be whole brain teaching. Wouldn't it be wonderful if such a game existed and was free? You know, my friends, if you have not gone on Facebook and told people to tune in tonight, it's a good idea. You might want to do that. Here it is. Here's the fundamental Einstein triangle. You put a topic in the middle and you ask kids to compare, contrast, and connect all day long. I want you to compare this with something else. I want you to contrast this with something else. And I want you to connect this with something else. And of course, you're showing compare, contrast, and connect. And don't worry if you can't remember those gestures, because Coach hand drew some illustrations that are coming free with the program. So all day long, if you're Kate back east and you're doing third grade, you're asking kids, how would you compare this question with other questions we've asked? Or if you're Sarah Metter in Illinois, you'd say, well, what's the connection between this example and other examples we've had? How would you contrast, says Nancy Stoltenberg in Palmdale, California, how would you contrast volcanoes with tsunamis? In fact, Ragalar did that today. Yes, Kate, I felt your vibe. Now, so here are the three big questions. And these questions will lead you directly into critical thinking. What could you compare to the topic? What could you contrast with the topic? What have we studied that's connected to the topic? Let's have an example. Let's say our example is, I don't know, rainforests. What could you compare to a rainforest? What could you contrast with a rainforest? What have we studied that's connected to rainforests? Of course, you're having kids teach each other these answers. What could you compare to a rainforest? That's an analytical question. Think about rainforests and how they're similar to other things. What could you contrast with a rainforest? Folks, I want an answer. What could you contrast with a rainforest? A desert is a good obvious answer, Blizzard. Tundra, Apple Pilot. Oh, that's a good one. Andre, very good. Science people are going to just devour this, but leave some for literature and social studies. Jungle, very good. Arctic, excellent. Now, if your kids have said, listen to me, if your kids have compared and contrasted a rainforest, they've said a lot about rainforests. We got one more thing. We taught some other stuff. We taught nouns. We taught cause and effect. We taught other things that could be connected to rainforests. And that connection of one subject with another is so rare because we got this subject and this subject and this subject and this subject. Let's teach one course as opposed to 25 courses. Andre, can you dig it? Do you see the problem in life science, Andre? You got this point, and this point. Let's connect them. Here's the screen. The synthetical question does what we almost never do. It joins course material into a unified whole. More depth than breadth. That's what we do, Kate. We do not link. We explore nouns, but we never say what they have to do with verbs. Those are the three huge things that Einstein triangles do. All right, taking off the glasses. Listen, if all you do is just put up this triangle in your class and have compare, contrast, and connect, and you refer to it all day long, your kids will be coming up with stuff that will amaze you. They're thinking on their own. Now, as a philosophy teacher, this is what I want. But we've spent a decade laying a foundation for this critical thinking to take place on. Two parts of the foundation. One, solving classroom management problems. And two, memorization of core concepts. It took us 10 years. Now we're ready for the higher order thinking, and we're going to go at it full speed. There's four, I said four, Einstein Triangle programs. You're just getting the first one tonight. All right. I'm trying to calm down, but why should I? All right. Here we go. Now, hope you can read this, WBT veterans, but when your kids are doing the teach okay, Kate, this is for you. Sarah, this is for you. Nancy, this is for you. Pine Tree, Cruz, this is for you. When your kids are doing the teach okay, just have them say stuff twice, and then they should go immediately to compare or contrast or connect. Everything you say can either be a comparison, a contrast, or a connection all day long. So don't let them over-repeat. Get them right into the critical thinking stuff. All right. K3 teachers, I'm going to show you the K3 Einstein triangles. And then I'm going to 4, 5, 6, 4, 12. So it's all about you tonight. It's just not all about you at the same time. And this is the download that you're going to get, that Nancy is going to give you. 4th, 12th grade, your major program starts at about slide 252. Yeah, there's almost 400 slides. All right, here it is. Here are the 8 terms. We call them the Elite 8. If your kids can use these words, critical thinking will take care of itself. I'll say that again. Our hypothesis is that critical thinking will be generated by the mastery of 7 words in one technique. The technique is more. That vastly simplifies critical thinking. Used to be Savvy 7, but I decided we needed but. All right, let's look at these techniques. There is the compare gesture. Green is our comparison. And they need to learn that compare has synonyms like, alike, and similar. There's our contrast gesture. Make it as I show it to you. Bump your fists together. And that gesture is a synonym for unlike, not like, and different. There's our linked to gesture, connects to, relates to. Make the gesture. This is also a gesture for makes me think about. That's the phrase we use in lower grades. Nouns make me think about. What else? What else are you connecting it to? There's our because clapper. Notice these incredible hand-drawn pictures. Can I just stop for a second and get some digital swag for my hand-drawn pictures? Come on now. Doesn't that make it look cool? That's right. Swag. That's what I want to hear, Blizzard. True or false? Just give it to me. Thanks, Weldon. Thanks, Kay Rompson. All right. You guys are so great. Could you send me about $100 each? I wouldn't have to. Actually, I don't have to work anymore. I'm retired. Here we go. Here's our for example gesture. And here's our but gesture. This is brand new. Hands assertively on the hips. I like soccer, but it is a lot of work. Let's just talk about this but gesture. But is very rare in student writing because it's a complicated thought that but makes possible. I love whole brain teaching, but there's so much to it. Louisiana is a great state, but it gets pretty humid in the summertime. Give me some sentences that have but in them that are your content related. That's right, Kay Rompson. Good. Give me some more. You can give yourself a smiley, Kay Rompson. Crompson? Give me another one, folks. Use this word but. That's right, Apple 3. You see what a nice complex idea but makes possible? That's right, Carol Loftus. I like a kiss, but my wife went to bed. Excellent. Oh, that's a wonderful complex sentence for Sarah. All right, very good. You see the importance of that gesture, I'm sure. So I had Savvy 7, I had to add but. All right, here we go. And you can use however. Wouldn't you love to have your kids say however? Give me a however sentence that is a synonym for but. Talk about it. Give me a however. Lisa B., you're right. We don't need them to say it more than twice. They're going to say it a bunch. We want to get them going critical thinking all day long. Good, Conch Girl. Very good, Octosmile. All right, and now more. Let's just talk about the more gesture. It's different than the other 7. The other 7 are terms that kids use. When you do this, you want them to say something else. When you do this, every kid needs to do this. This means tell me more. This is what we always want. We want kids to speak and say some more, and say some more, and say some more. So the 7 are critical thinking terms, and the more gesture adds additional reps. When you do this, your kids will be speaking paragraphs. Yeah. Good example, Pine Tree. All right. So, also very, very important. Also is a very nice transition inside a paragraph. And a synonym for also is in addition. How excited would your principal be to walk into a classroom and hear your kids saying, however, and in addition? It's two stinking words, however and in addition. Huge. I'm taking a drink. Conch Girl, you're middle school, and you know what? In addition and however, they'd be over the moon. And it's there, it's doable. We focus on the 7 plus the more, and we teach them the synonyms. And the critical thinking, you don't have to worry about critical thinking anymore. You just teach the 7 terms plus the 8th more gesture, and critical thinking happens. Now remember what I said at the start. This is the theory of everything. Every grade level, every subject, every ability. See, I'll even go 3 dimensions on you. Yes, Cruz, that is beautiful. All right, so this is all the program you're getting for free tonight, my friends. And I want you to spread it around. So you're just going to show these slides. Boom, 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 boom. Then there's 100 people going to get some freebies tonight. Boom. Just show those slides. See? Just put the PDF in the computer and show the stinking slides. Get them to say and make the gestures. That's the Elite 8. There are the almost 400 free slides that Nancy is so generously giving away. Now, don't worry if your kids don't know what the words mean. We're not even to Einstein triangles yet. And don't worry if they don't know the synonyms. We're not to Einstein triangles yet. And use Class Yes, Mirror Words, Teach OK, scoreboard as you teach this, and the PowerPix wall. Now, I have a pacing guide here. I don't know if it works. You try it out. Here's the K3 pacing guide, and the 412 pacing guide is just spend half an hour a day and get as far as you can. All right, here's how you start. Computer projector, model an answer to an Einstein triangle question. Kids use large gestures and repeat back to each other. Have individual kids share their answers. Go on to the next question. Here is where you're going to start after you teach the gestures. Boom. Einstein triangles. I'm Coach B. Welcome to Whole Brain College. We're going to play Einstein Triangles, a wacky game that challenges my college kids. This is where it starts for your kids. One word of advice, this game will be lots of fun unless you run into the great double wampus. Tell me if you're already digging the great double wampus, even though you don't know what it means. K3, the great double wampus. Dun, dun, dun. That's right, Pine Tree. Look out for that double wampus. Yeah. And Sarah and Cruz, I don't know if your kids are going to dig the double wampus. It'd be cool if they did. Beware the great double wampus. Why, there's the double wampus itself. Yes, wampus is better than whomper. That's why I changed it, Lutz. Anthony, good to have you online. Let's get started. So I'm going to pick two pictures. The kids are going to work with their neighbor. They're going to compare, contrast, and connect. They're going to become the next Einstein. And don't think about the great double wampus. I think so, Cruz. I think your ESO kids will like it. All right. So here's where it starts. What does this picture make you think about? I show it, and then here's the sentence frame. The picture makes me think about blank because. The kids do it over and over again until you call them back. They use the because clapper. Now notice that I'm just having one gesture per picture. This particular picture could have a connection gesture and a because clapper, but I'm just showing one picture icon per screen. That's right, Loftus. So let's just see how this sequence unfolds. What is one way they're alike? There's the sentence frame. They're alike because. What is one way they're not alike? There's the sentence frame. Now we've got to work in synonyms. What are two ways they are similar? See? Same gesture, synonym. They're similar because blank and blank. What are two ways they are different? Not contrast, but different. Work in the synonym, use the gesture. Same gesture for different words. That teaches the synonyms. They're different because blank and blank. Notice the careful scaffolding. Give me an oh yeah. Three comparisons. Blank, blank, and blank. Now the thing is, and it's not mentioned in the program, that's why you're glad you're here tonight. When kids give a list, each item must be unique. So they can't say blue twice and they can't say birds twice, because that doesn't develop into the writing that we want. We want three separate things. If there's two things that are too much alike, we call that a clinker. All right, here's the three contrasts. Notice we're going up in nice, easy steps. Those are the three contrasts. And uh-oh, the double wampus warm-up. Oh! Anybody nervous about the double wampus warm-up? I'll wait until you get nervous. Shaking in your boots, huh, Terry BR? Here's the double wampus warm-up. Compare and contrast these two. How do you dig that? Now we're comparing and contrasting. That's the hardest essay to write in college. Southern Teacher, good to have you online. Yes. Scrap Bunny, good to have you online. So we're comparing and contrasting. Isn't that incredible? They are similar because blank, blank, and blank, also an in conclusion. Now down the road, I show the in conclusion gesture. They're different because of blank, blank, and blank, also an in conclusion. Now, here's the great double wampus. What do you see? It sounds simple, right? There's the double wampus, the comparison contrast essay. Scrap, you came in late. Everybody's talking to you. Scrap, you need to get to your seat and get everybody focused back on Coach B. There's the comparison contrast essay with so many of those terms built in. That's the great double wampus. And then you say you survived, and then you say, what have we studied that connects to this picture? What we studied that connects to this picture And the sequence is done. So now, Coach B does a victory dance and teaches some more gestures. Coach B says, "Don't worry, you'll probably never see the great double wampus again. I don't see him anywhere, do you? Kids love to tell you that they see something that you pretend like you don't see. Can you dig it?" Yes, Sarah. Where is that great double wampus? I don't see him, do you? Where? Where is he? Huh? All right. So now, in between lessons, we do compare, contrast, alike, that's a synonym, unlike, that's a synonym, similar, that's a synonym, different, that's a synonym. So let's add synonym gestures. And here's some exercises with compare, like, similar, and alike. Now let's just stop. Listen to me. Listen carefully. There's 5 sequences exactly alike. First, they say what the picture makes them think about. Then a comparison. Then a contrast. Then 2 comparisons, 2 contrasts, 3 comparisons, 3 contrasts. Great wampus warm-up, compare and contrast, then write the essay. Same thing all the way through, 5 times with different pictures. And as we go through, the great double wampus makes various appearances. That's the structure of the whole thing for K3. So I'll just show you some of the other cartoons. It's the same sequence over and over again. Same sequence over and over again, but with different pictures. So, this picture, just watch the sequence now. Same sequence as before. Here we go. Remember the clinker. Compare and contrast. And there's your essay. So now you do the connection, and Coach B gives you more training. So let's just understand the basic pattern of the thing before I go to the end. All right. You teach the 8 gestures. You show the cartoon pictures and they compare and contrast, compare and contrast. 11 different questions, playing around with the great double wampus, learn some more gestures, and that's just the way it goes. It's the same thing over and over again with different pictures. Tons of reps. Anybody got any questions? I'm taking a drink. I'm going to do all the gestures for you right now. Here we go. Watch me. This is compare. This is contrast. This is connect to. This is because. This is for example. Hands on the hips, butt, chin also. more. The gestures are drawn right here. It's a clinker. A clinker, C-L-I-N-K-E-R, when two terms overlap. So if you said, the birds are similar because they're both blue, they look happy, and they're the same color and blue are clinkers. They overlap. They're not three comparisons. Now, 6th grade, don't you worry. I've got you covered, 6th grade. Just stay with me as I get down to the 6th grade stuff. Stay with me. I've got to really zoom ahead. I'm going to go down hundreds of slides. I'm going to let you watch while I go down hundreds of slides so you can just see the size of this stinking program. This is all K3. You see that? All K. Oh, you don't see that at all. Wait, let me go over here so you can see it. Now, you see all this? Look at all this stuff. Oh, yeah. And we have air punctuation for capital, comma, period, all that. All this stuff is drawn for you. But now let's look at upper grade, 4th grade. We're going to go right to the paintings of Vincent van Gogh. Check it out. Now, Coach B says you're going to be playing against my college students, 4th through 12th grade. They're not going to be digging the great double wampus. They're going to be chosen off by 20 smart aleck college kids. And the college kids say, we will womp you. NM gals, do you love that? We will womp you. So here's some information about Van Gogh. And we hook kids on Van Gogh by pointing out he only sold one painting in his life, and he died thinking he was a failure. Here's the only painting he sold, and recently it was sold for millions of dollars. So we start with the same kind of thing. What do these paintings that Van Gogh painted of himself make you think about? And in come the smarty pants college kids. I filled in the next blank 3 times. Beat that. These self-portraits make me think about blank because blank, but what's one way the self-portraits are alike? The self-portraits are alike because blank, but blank. Get the but going on there. What is one way or they're different? They're different because. What are 2 ways they are similar? I filled in the next blank 5 times. Don't feel bad because college students are womping you. Are your middle school kids going to dig this piece of the college kids ragging on them? Tell me, middle school teachers, what do you think? Are they going to get aggravated with this pretend capping? And motivated? Yes, they'll love it. They want to go up against the college kids. They're similar because 2 differences. Self-portraits are different because 3 comparisons. So the college kids say comparisons are hard. Look carefully. If you can't find 3 great comparisons, guess what? We womped you. There is a gesture for and, but we don't use it too much in upper grades. So there's the 3 comparisons. Thank you, Southern teacher. There's the 3 contrasts. And then they compare and contrast and do an essay. And that's it, my friends. There's a bunch of Van Gogh paintings. So then they do the sunflowers and get ragged on by the college kids. And then more gestures. Review those gestures. Review all the gestures in conclusion. And then let's do Starry Night. And the beauty of this is we can do one painting. How are we going to compare and contrast one painting? That's my question to you. How are we going to use one painting and do comparison and contrast? You'll never figure it out. I'm drinking. Dark and Light, nice try, Teresa. The Song, oh, that's okay, New Mexico gals. Compare and contrast to others that we've looked at. Nice try, Sarah Matter. Compare the colors. Oh, no, my friends. Compare it to something we've already learned. Compare it to a normal Starry Night. Yes, that's all too easy. Check it out. Check it out, my dear teacher friends. I'm very proud of this. And of course, I'm going to rag about it. They compare and contrast left side with right side. Give me a ooh, 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 ooh. You see that? They can't compare it and contrast it with something else if something else isn't there. But look at the left and right side. How are they alike? That tells you about his techniques. You see the beauty of that? Same sequence now, just left and right. They're alike because. What is one way the left and right side are different? They're different because. Two ways left and right sides are similar. Two differences. Three comparisons. Three contrasts. And then compare and contrast the two sides. All right, my friends. That's the huge program. I want you to know that there are 4 Einstein Triangle programs coming. This is number 1. It's with cartoons and paintings. I'm going to let this percolate out there in the world for a while, and then I'll come back in a week or two and talk about Einstein Triangles with stories, chapters, books, people, and topics. That's Einstein Triangles 2. Then I'm going to do Einstein Triangles free-form critical thinking, where kids get beyond the sentence frames. And then I'm going to do Einstein Triangle construction kit so you can make your own. I'll go over that again. 4 Einstein Triangle programs. Tonight, cartoons and paintings can be used at any level. Next week, subject-specific. Einstein Triangles with stories, or chapters, or books, or people, or topics. Compare and contrast. Week after that, Einstein Triangles free-form critical thinking. Just use these words and go at it. And then Einstein Triangles construction kit. Einstein Triangles is a major new initiative by Whole Brain Teaching. It's time that we answered our critics who say we're not doing critical thinking. You got to teach the kids something. You got to have them engaged. Then you do the critical thinking. Questions or comments? Let me take a drink. Excuse me. Now, the webcasts have been every Monday, but I'm going to do about every 2 weeks because I don't want to throw too much at you too quickly. How many viewers did we have tonight, Nancy? The master's program, that's a good question, is under negotiation. I'm talking to the people at the college about the master's program. I talked to them today, and I'm just not sure yet. When I'm sure, you'll be sure. Info's on the website. There is our Facebook page. And Nancy, give everybody a link to the free 300, almost 400 slides in this program, all free. Well, New Mexico gal, why don't you send me an email? Let me give you my email address just for you, New Mexico gal. Let's see if we can find the email address. Here we go. So here's next week. We want you to understand in the new year, we got something new, whole brain parenting. There's the link to whole brain parenting, facebook.com, whole brain parenting. We're going to help the parents of your kids be better parents. Tell your kids' parents to like whole brain parenting. We've got 5 home rules. Write it down there, Lisa, or you're going to get this whole download tonight. And here's my email address, chrisbiffle@wholebrainteaching.com. New Mexico gals, I have never given a conference in Albuquerque. I can't wait. I love New Mexico, and I bet you got some challenging kids down there, New Mexico gals. Folks, if you want a free Skype, my Skype calendar is filling up, but send me an email. We're doing free Skypes now, free 1-hour Skypes. There's Andre who's offering connection. Sarah Metter, put your email address online. Nancy, put your email address online. Kate, put your email address online. If you've got time, if you're working on that doctorate. New Mexico gals, that's too quick. Send me an email. And New Mexico gals, get your principal to send me an email. I want the principal involved. All right. Get them all, New Mexico gals. I'd love to do something in New Mexico. All right, my friends. Here we are. That wonderful moment. Let your names, grades, and where you teach just roll down the screen. Where are you from and what grade do you teach? This is how we do our sign-off. Covered a lot in 48 minutes tonight, my friends. Winnebago, Washington, Mantua, Prince George's County, Nashville, New Mexico, Florida, Palmdale, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona. Wow. Michigan, New Brunswick, Canada. Whoa. British Columbia, Canada, says Pine Tree. Chamberlain, South Dakota. Queensland. Yes, Aussie teacher. And gurus, if you want people to contact you, if you want to help them out, put your grade level, your specialty, and your email address. People, we have some, it's just a bunch of teachers who love helping other teachers. So people in red, if you want to handle some emails, put your email address on there and tell them what grade level you teach. Go middle school, says Sarah Metter. The program cannot be ordered, Teresa. It's free. Nancy has given you the link right there. Way to go, Andre. Andre, I can't wait to see what your kids do with Einstein Triangles. I think you could start every lesson with it and pop it into every lesson. Can't wait, Andre. A.D. Lutz, I'm so happy to begin a relationship with you. I love the stuff you're creating for us. Keep moving forward, Anthony, and get certified so we can get you on board the training train. AD Lutz, you want to be a trainer sometime? You want to hang out with Coach B and his All-Stars? Tell me right now, Lutz. I want to know. Are you a big-time dreamer? You too? Yes, Lutz. Anthony, Coach B is asking you to join his All-Star team. Come on, man. Get certified. New Mexico gals, you want to join the All-Stars? Get certified. Shelly? You know what, Scrap? I think I'm going to take another week off. It'll probably be January 27th. Good job, Teresa. Great teacher at first. All right, my friends, I thank you so much for your attention and energy. As you could tell, we're all thrilled about the Einstein Triangles, my All-Stars and I, and test it out and go to Facebook and post the results. Sign up on our main Facebook page. Nancy, can you put the main Facebook page up? Tall man, adios. All right, my friends, it's power to the teachers. Coach B signing off, and please keep your prayers coming. We have some light shining on our family after more than a year of prayer, but keep those prayers coming. We thank you so much. We'll see you in about 2 weeks. Coach B signing off. Power to the teachers.